I'm not wrong. I don't. Ah, it's not on purpose, damn it. Oh, ah, I feel like a 600-year-old man.
Oh, that's gonna be a great start for Rant.
Yeah.
to
Hi,
be
I'm Nico. I'm undead.
to be fair, my pack last night felt like I'd gone fucking 10 rounds with Fenrir. It was not
Okay.
good. But at least not
Question.
undead levels.
There is sure to be an ambush.
Question to you, Berserker.
Yeah.
What are you doing in your bed? You see,
This wasn't like. This was when I went to bed.
that. I mean, sure, but you know, still not good.
I was up and about a lot more than usual yesterday.
No, no.
And then sat. Probably not quite properly for an hour on the drive home.
Did you sit upside down in the seat or something?
No, just. I don't know. Unable to move at all. Because.
Oh, backseat?
No, front seat, just pack the car. Because you see, my grandparents, don't know. If, I don't know if they borrowed it from the garrison or if they just have one. But
Hang on. Halt. People watching, if you don't know the context of this, that they're borrowing something from the garrison, it sounds quite weird.
one of my grandparents works at the local military garrison in the
Thank
kitchen.
you.
So yeah.
There we go. Context. Perfect. Now people won't think you're some CIA, no, not CIA, the Danish version of CIA experiment.
But anyway, they had brought along a giant cooler, and when I say giant, I mean basically the size of a small bar fridge, like a mini fridge size fucking cooler.
But it took a like 1 week travel worth of freezing capacity.
Yeah, basically. So you know that was taking up just over half of the back seat, which put a limit to how far back the passenger seat could go, which is where I was sat.
Yeah.
So I had, shall we say, just the bare amount of space to not be massively uncomfortable.
Sounds like great fun.
Yeah.
Or something.
So my back was fucking killing me.
Yeah, that's an that is quite understandable that it was killing you, to be honest, when it's like that. That is fair. That's fair enough.
Ready to deploy.
Now, for other stuff to rant about, I don't really have anything. I succumbed at last and bought Space Marine 2.
No. Did you know?
Yeah.
Has your computer taken off yet?
No,
Great.
it's been handling it just fine.
Then I spec'd it correctly.
Yeah. I have one minor gripe with the game so far. Well, actually two. The first is that the fucking control, the default control setup, is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I heard some rumors about that. That's some, you know,
So just for context, they put block on C. Exactly.
What do they have on the right click on the mouse?
By default, that is fire your gun.
What's on the left click?
Actually, no, default left click is fire your gun, right click is melee.
If you have melee there instead of from
Yeah.
some F, for instance, that a lot of people, a lot of games do.
To be fair, like, it is very much a mashup of a third-person shooter and a hack and slash.
Well, yeah, that's
So like,
that's fair.
and especially with the way I play, I've been spending about 90% of my time running at or slashing at the enemy.
Yeah, that says more about you than anything else, to be honest.
Yeah. Look, they gave me the option to wield a fucking sword in one hand and a gun in the other, so of course I'm just gonna run at the fucking enemy while emptying the clip on my gun so I can hit them in the face with my sword.
Are you also singing I'm Still Standing?
No, hasn't quite gotten to that point yet.
You can see the video in your head now, can't you?
Yeah.
Fucking glorious. Fair enough.
But yeah, that did mean that initially, well, like, whenever I tried to instinctively block, because I very much played it like a fucking hack and slash melee type game, I would just slash at them and get hit in the face.
Good offense is the best defense, just not quite in this way.
Yeah. So I ended up rebinding it. So I have my melee attack on left click, my block on right click, and my shoot on the fucking thumb button on the side of my mouse.
Now that's where I would put my melee.
Which gives me a very nice tactile feeling whenever I'm pulling the trigger on my gun.
I can see that, but that was I personally I would still use that on my as my melee just because I like, you know.
Yeah, you'd very much have basically the opposite playstyle of me in this game.
Yeah, what do you think I would do?
You would get a nice gun and then you would hang back as much as possible and only hit stuff in the face when it gets close.
You sure?
Half. You'd probably at some point end up just going fuck this and run in and hit them in the face.
It really depends on how the game plays because I've played Space Marine 1.
Yeah.
I didn't hang back at any point where I felt I would survive going straight, like putting my face inside of their head.
Yeah.
Unless I felt like, you know, I should probably hang back because that thing will one-shot me. I probably would have ran straight at them. Quite aggressively.
Yeah.
And I did.
Now, at least the first part of the second one, while you're facing Tyranids the entire time, you are a lot more free to do whatever the hell you feel like, because unlike the first one, I mean, it's the Tyranids. They are 99% of the time just throwing massive waves of little grunts at you.
Laughs and wag. You see where I'm going with that, but
Yeah. It does annoy me, however, when there is flying enemies and, you know, I just want to go hit stuff in the face and I can't go hit them in the face.
I'll say you can't hit them in the axe in the air.
Well, that's another thing. I'm not allowed to have an axe.
Yeah, true. You only have a
Even
what the hell it's called.
Even though the opening cutscene actually shows a Space Marine with a power axe.
Oh, sucks to be you. You're the wrong chapter.
Apparently. My other gripe with the game is that there is a particular mission where the game kept changing my fucking loadout.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate when games do that. Why?
Yeah. And Like, you start out basically having the option of, do you want to bring a combat knife or a chainsword? And as you start out in the tutorial with the chainsword, I didn't really like the chainsword, so the moment I got a combat knife, I was like, oh yeah, this is much better. And then I got the power sword, and I was like, hell yeah! And going from the power sword to the fucking chainsword.
Yeah. Pain.
Let's just say it felt like I was hitting them with a Nerf bat.
Yes.
Not because the power sword does that much more damage, it's because, like, chainsaw does not suit how I play.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah.
I mean, those are reasonable gripes, at least, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also not a big fan of the forced co-op for, shall we say, the fucking side missions. Essentially, you have the campaign, and at various points throughout the campaign, the main guy from the campaign asks the fucking captain, well, essentially says, okay, we're going to be doing a multi-pronged attack, so we're going to have a squad do this while we go do the main objective. And all of those squad go do this parts are exclusively co-op missions.
Silly.
Which I don't mind. You can also play the entire campaign in co-op. But, like, I don't mind it. It's just, like, give me an option to fucking go in with a pair of butts instead of having to fucking spend 3 hours finding someone who will actually bring along someone who hasn't done any single fucking co-op mission yet.
Yeah.
Or relying on you to have multiple, well, have 2 friends playing the game.
I was gonna say, have friends.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, I do. Like, Liz have been absolutely obsessed about the game, so, you know.
Yeah, but it's NES. Every time he gets a new game, he kind of just plays it to fucking death.
Well, you know how we've both said that, like, we wouldn't be surprised even the slightest that you got diagnosed with ADHD?
Yeah, he got diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
There you go. Correct again.
Yep.
Unless if you're watching this, we still love you.
Yeah. I mean, don't think you will. Even a short rant, I don't think he has the attention. Actually, he might, because I'm going to put Space Marine as background footage.
Well, there we go. And sit there and watch and not listen to anything we've said.
Yep.
I don't really have much to rant about other than goddamn lottery is being a douche and not giving us the money.
Oh yeah, well that's because I've been forgetting to play Nico.
Stop forgetting, damn it. We need them. We need the money. All of them.
Look, in my optic, I've just saved multiple fucking tickets at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I did win 500 on the last one. Whatever the hell the price number 2 is. Let's see.
There you go. You're up a lot of money, and I'm up 100, because that's basically 2 tickets. This is how I win delivery.
Yeah, you win by not playing. Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh.
Look, you know, I actually went through last weekend when you told me to remember to play Tuesday. And
hang on,
look, and all my winnings for this entire year, and I'd essentially won, what, 3 tickets or 4 tickets worth?
So this time I didn't use the pre-made coupon I have, so I just, randomly generated one, and I won 3+1 on 2 of them.
Nice.
So 270 times 2, that explains why it was 500. But what did you say there, Berserker?
I said that last week, when you told me to remember to play Tuesday,
Yeah?
I actually went through and looked at my fucking history. For all of 2024,
On location, Lieutenant.
and I can't remember how many it was, but it's quite a few times. Because even when somebody wins the fucking giant jackpot, it generally only takes like a month before it's up to max again.
But let's say it's
Month and a half.
it's 11 times it has to be not taken to go to max.
With 2 times per week. Which,
So it's a month and change.
which 4 weeks a month average. So, yeah, month and a half wasn't entirely off, now was it?
Nope.
So yeah, I have not had good luck with that this year.
Meanwhile, I'm still up a bunch of money, lifetime wise.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, fuck luck in games. Like, fuck all the kinds of luck. I got fucking... My fucking health has, like, fucking improved by 1,000,000% in the past year, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm happy.
Mine has been degrading ever since I met you.
Yeah, sorry.
Damn Berserker luck.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not your fault, but
Yeah. I also actually had something else happen this past week.
All according to the Emperor's
Because many years ago, while I was bored, I decided I wanted to start make my own chainmail. And let's just say I've kind of given up on that because it took too long and I want to do it properly instead of just doing fucking butted mail.
so his obsession with doing it properly is what's stopping him from making a chainmail. That's
Yeah.
It's an interesting problem to have, Berserker, I will say.
But when I was really big into making it, I had the idea of making a pair of chainmail earrings because I figured it would look cool. So I made a pair and sent it off to one of my friends who actually wears earrings, and she really liked them.
What, you don't wear earrings?
No!
No. Really?
I only have 2 holes in my ears, Nico. It's the ones that are meant to be there so I can hear stuff.
I mean, they're only there most of the time, with my experience.
No, they're there. They're just not always connected to the brain.
You sure that they just don't have a like one-way valve in there or something?
Actually,
Every
that
now
might
and
also be a possibility. Anyway, the point was, I had Ember actually asked me to make her a pair as well. A while back now.
Well then,
And I did.
Generator 2
hey,
And they have now both said, you should make more of this sort of stuff because it's really fucking cool. And I have a whole fucking book of patterns to do it. So,
I mean, it is cool. It's just, it takes time.
yeah.
It's not like you like time, per se.
No, if there's one thing I have plenty of, it's time. So, yeah.
But it also takes something else called energy. Which isn't always a thing to take for granted.
Also takes money buying the materials.
Yeah, but you know, if you make say 10 of those, and instead of giving them away to everybody, maybe they can buy them as a gift.
I only gave away one of them, and they actually paid me for the other one.
Did she just pay you for the materials, or did she also pay you for your time?
Well, I did the friends and family discount on the asking price, and then she threw in an extra 50 Danish.
So you made 50 Danish, is what you're saying?
A bit more.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, there we go. Now there's DraugrBeard jewelry started. Let's go.
I put like 25-30% of material cost on top for labor, and well, she threw in extra.
Quicker.
Yeah.
That's actually something you can do now, you know?
Yeah.
Sell it via your beard.
Yeah, I know.
Guess what you can do with the materials?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Hell yeah.
Not quite yet, because I still haven't talked with my bank. Well,
Yeah, but
I have actually talked with my bank about that. I just need to go read on the proper page and see all the details there, which I haven't gotten around to yet.
for fuck's sake. If anybody ever wonders why I go crazy, it's I'm just gonna point at your name on Discord.
Yeah.
And you can't really even deny it. That's the best part, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you can try to deny it. It just doesn't hold water.
I don't have my giant fucking conspiracy board to post all the reminders and stuff on that I need.
Yeah, he actually doesn't need one of those, by the way, people. No joke. He needs to fill his. He needs a room in his house that, when you open the door, everything you can see is just random red pieces of string hanging from end to end.
Yeah.
And then in the other end of the room, you see two eyes and crazy hair with the pen. You remember? Actually, I'm gonna say this after recording.
Well then. Actually, something else we can talk about that, man. Very long time. Well, once I don't even know how to start that. There's so many good options, Nico.
Excuse me, where are we?
Let's go with once upon a time, many years ago, which it really wasn't. We were doing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It just feels really long ago.
Okay, I think
For reason unknown to man.
I think it's a year ago since we had our second session.
Which was fucking
Or was it the
glorious.
third? I actually can't remember.
We had 3.
Well, there we go.
We had 3 sessions because the first session was just, you know, getting familiar.
Yes.
Session number 2, the nature-loving half tiefling thingamajig went off on his own adventures temporarily.
Yeah.
The number 3, we became one ship richer.
Yeah, and a mansion.
Yeah,
But yeah.
one hell of a payout if you ask me.
Yeah. But yeah, like I already told you, we may have to reboot that.
Yep. And it's not my fault.
No, it's entirely well, I won't even say it's entirely mine.
I mean, one of them is exceptionally busy for reasonable reasons. The other one is lives in a
Half the
the other side of the
group,
planet.
half the group has moved in with their girlfriends.
Yeah. Which is still only... Wait. Girlfriends, Berserker?
Drew and Flanny.
Okay, so it's almost half of the group.
Well, half of the players.
Fair enough.
The DM is not the group, the DM is God, the DM is everything.
Yeah, sure. Fuck you.
But yeah, like half of the players have moved in with their girlfriends. 3 out of the 4 players have full-time jobs. 1 of them working odd hours. And already being fucking like 6 hours behind just because time zones.
Yeah, which is really the thing that I'm thinking about most.
Like, we've gotten to the point where the undead person having unintentional floor naps is the fucking person who's the easiest to fucking coordinate with.
Yeah. Somebody literally temporarily dies due to health conditions. Yeah, that's easier to predict. Like, what?
Yeah. So, yeah, we may have to redo that whole thing. But hey, Embla actually knows how to play D&D now.
She's not gonna expend all spell slots on one enemy.
No, not on one enemy, just on one encounter.
Which could still just be one enemy, to be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, the last enemy has 2 health. Let's cast Spirit Weapon. Wait, Embla, why?
Yeah. But, you know, after she played Baldur's Gate, she wanted to try actual D&D. So,
Yeah.
So she got a group together, primarily of people living in my part of the country. So we've been playing actual, you know, live D&D.
Who was the DM again?
Random person who wanted to get into D&D and wanted to try and be DM.
Oh, I guess I'm sure he's having fun with you being in the party.
Look, it's not like my fucking half-orc barbarian decided the best way to fight a dragon was to grapple its wings and push it off a fucking ledge or anything.
The fact that he has to even try to explain his reasoning for doing things already tells you that it's bad.
Hey, it worked out great!
I'm not denying that.
Let's just say, me playing a barbarian never ends well. Mostly for the enemy.
You playing a paladin doesn't end well.
Oh yeah.
You're a vengeance paladin that basically plays like a barbarian but with smite. Like,
ooh, barbarian with smite.
That's basically what you're doing. This is the Baldur's Gate, by the way, people.
Is Divine Smite technically a spell? Now I'm getting ideas, Nico.
Oh god, I'm crying out. Actually, you know my character is an auto fighter, right?
Yep.
Do you think I can make a Divine Smite hammer?
Well, technically it should be possible, yes.
Now, the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put in one of those sentience gem thingamajigs, and that gem has a deity it follows as a paladin. So when you hit things with that, he's the one casting smite.
Ah, sentient hammer.
Yes, but it can't move without help. That is.
Well, actually, that kind of leads me on to a second part of why I really want to reboot the whole D&D thing, because, you know...
5.5?
Yeah, we have a new revised edition that actually...
completely changes the changes the character creation.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it also gives martial characters a lot more options of things to do. Until, you know, you hit level 5 and get multi-attack.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because all the martial classes have it's not called proficiency anymore, it's called mastery with a number of weapons. Varies by class, but like they all get mastery with a few weapons, which gives them additional abilities when using that weapon. So, for example, if you're wielding a giant ass fucking hammer and you have mastery with it, like even if you miss, you're still gonna hurt a bit. Kinda like how the tenacity works in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have the mastery system in Baldur's Gate as well, giving you different extra attacks to the build if you haven't mastered the.
Is just proficiency.
Yeah, but you still have the polearm mastery thingy.
That's still a thing.
Hell, it's called.
Like that's that's unrelated. That's a feat. This is just like pure actual gameplay mechanic where all weapons have additional properties if you have mastered their use. I have the book laying right there. Like, let me just go find weapons.
So if I make a pitchfork, that's an artificer. Make each one of the trident point things sentient with their own abilities, and then make a microscopic version of a weapon on the tip of them.
No.
If I attack with and hit with all of them,
No.
I think they don't 3 attacks.
But taking the trident as an example, the trident now has a mastery property called topple.
So
Topple means if you hit a creature with the weapon, you can force them to make a Constitution saving throw or knock them prone.
So what you're saying is that you mastered this weapon, so you're going to use the wrong end of it.
No, you are so good at using these weapons that you can now use them to the absolute maximum of their capability.
And using the not so pointy end.
For example. Let's see.
You know the monk using the bow staff next to you is going to just shake his head and like, how did you not figure out this before?
In another example, the Great Axe has a mastery property called Cleave. Cleave lets you do a second attack roll on a creature within 5 feet of the first one if you hit the first one.
Well then.
And lets you do the weapon damage without any ability modifier. We also have... Well, we have the Graze, which just lets you do damage anyway. And then we have Nick, which I really like. Because that essentially lets you dual wield much more efficiently. When you make the extra attack for dual wielding, you can do it as part of the attack instead of as a bonus action.
I see.
Which means that, say, something like a fighter with... Handex doesn't have the correct one. With a... Is it the short sword? No, that doesn't have it either. I found some fun combination of it. The scimitar, that's the one. Because that has Nick. So you can literally have a scimitar and any other light weapon in your offhand, and you can get to attack with both.
Fair enough.
Which, you know, also lets you combine stuff like Vex. What does that do? Oh yeah, that gives advantage on your next attack roll.
Well then.
Yeah. So a lot of fun things you can do now. Like Emma also has the link.
this is completely unrelated.
Yes. By all means.
You know when people do wordplay?
Yeah.
Yeah. LTT has done it again, and they've released their Circuit Tree hoodie. It's a tree made out of circuits.
I was about to say, is it a fucking Christmas sweater with a tree made out of circuitry?
It kind of looks like the. Why am I sending you a picture? I can just send you the fucking link. Fucking hell, what am I doing?
Well, you
Jesus.
could just send me the picture.
I'm just gonna send you the link because it's gonna probably show up there. Yeah, there we go. Haha. See, Circuit Tree.
Yeah. That is circuitry indeed.
Kind of like it.
Yeah.
Why? Then again, it is me, so you know.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Anywho, I think we've ranted enough because I can't think of anything else now.
Yeah, no. Probably figure something out, but that's gonna be for next time.
That's gonna be for next time to have forgotten.
Yep.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.